What's up gamers? Today I want to share with you 5 basic tips to help you get started playing Beebo. But before we get into it, I do want to mention that I won't be breaking down what each ability does, rather I'll be going one step further and guiding you with tips on how to actually play Beebo. I will also be releasing an intermediate and advanced tips video down the line, so make sure to stick around for those. And guys, the last tip is definitely the most important, so make sure to watch until the end if you mean the business. Without further ado, my first tip is to alternate between using your bat and using your slingshot while fighting. You'll see me do this all the time in my videos because it's just second nature at this point and it's a great habit to build. This way, you can cycle through your slingshot naturally and get the hang of how to use each and every mode in a pinch. This is a major part of what keeps you on your toes while playing Beebo, and as a reward, you will also be rolling more of the 1% bombs, which can be very strong. As you can see, this alternating has a rhythm to it, much like a lot of Hunter's primary attacks do, and eventually, it will feel good. For my next tip, I recommend that you pick up your bomb frequently, and I say this for a few reasons. First off, Beebo is a character that relies on setup and being one step ahead of your opponents. If you are constantly trying to bat around your bomb, you will fall behind. I'm not saying that batting around a fully charged bomb doesn't have its place, but I am saying that it's much slower and will cause you to lose tempo in a fight. Instead, try picking up your bomb and repositioning it so that you're giving yourself the best angle of attack at all times. Secondly, people are going to try and kill your bomb, and your bomb is like the ace up your sleeve. Picking it up completely refunds the cooldown and effectively heals it back to full. So if you see your bomb dying, unless it's out of reach, pick it up and redeploy it in a better spot and keep that ace around for when the right time comes. Next up, we have mana, Beebo's greatest weakness. I'm gonna be honest, Theorycraft has really struggled with balancing hunters around mana, and I didn't notice it was an issue until they started futzing with it. So clearly, it is deliberate for some characters to be mana hungry, and Beebo, my friends, is the hungriest, which is tough as a melee caster. In the early game, you have about 5 seconds worth of fighting while using your abilities before you are completely dry and utterly useless. Imagine playing Brawl but only doing about half the things before you can't do anything. It's a problem, and the only solution I've found is rushing the Greenwood Grass, which is thankfully a grip, so you can get it pretty early. This thing, coupled with using potions for mana, will keep you topped up for the fight, but it is frustrating and you will still run out of mana all the time. My fourth tip is to use your ult often. Beebo's ult has a lot of uses and a very low cooldown, so if you think you should use it, you should. Don't just wait until you have to use it to get away. Use it proactively if you can, or even for traversal across the map. It can be a great way to cover large distances quickly, get your team out of a bad spot, engage unexpectedly, save a friendly wisp, or cross the abyss safely. It is a very powerful tool, and the more you use it, the more you realize how many different ways it can be effective. Also make sure to use your bomb right after you ult so that you have it in tandem and can combo enemies or res allied wisps. Fifth and finally, the most important thing you can nail down consistently is your leveling. As a general rule of thumb, Beebo is weak in the early game, mediocre in the mid game, and strong in the late game. If you do basically the same thing every game, then you will have a higher likelihood of finding success. And the breakdown looks like this. At level 1, you want to take a point in your right mouse button slingshot while dropping in, because each and every ammunition staggers, including the fire puddle once it's placed down. For level 2, I'll always take a point in shift for the dash because mobility is king. Levels 3 through 5 are going into our bomb so that we can maximize its damage early and actually be a threat. At this point, we've reached our first power spike and can contribute something meaningful to a fight. I would not recommend fighting before level 5 on Beebo. Level 6 is where we pivot back into maxing our shift ability. Do not max the bomb. This is because out of our 3 basic abilities, only the shift has an impactful effect when it's maxed out, and that is a much lower cooldown. At level 7, we obviously take our ult, and this is a legit power spike for Beebo because now we can make plays in teamfights or catch people out. Levels 8 and 9 go into our shift ability, and now we have a lot of room to operate with our dash being such a low cooldown. Levels 1 through 9 are the important ones. Once you are level 10 and up, leveling is straightforward, just put a level in your ultimate whenever you can. The goal of leveling this way is to safely be effective throughout the entire game. It is by no means the end-all be-all of Beebo leveling. I myself sometimes take multiple early levels in my shift in order to get around the map quicker or escape bad situations. So, take my advice with a hint of salt, and be willing to adapt according to your situation. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. If you got something out of this video, be sure to subscribe for more Beebo-focused content down the line. Stay frosty, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!